This was Dixie, or by her full name, Dixie Doodlebug, or Doodle, or Boodle, or Doodle Boodle, or Dixie Doodle Boots, or Doodle Boots, or Doody Booty Butt. You get the picture. I wanted to take this time to make a little video for Dixie because unfortunately we've had to say goodbye to her, and I just wanted a place to be able to share her story. I got Dixie at an adoption event during the winter of my senior year, which was in 2010, so we ended up having her for about 11 years. The reason I picked her is because she was the smallest dog in the dog pen, and she was fighting like she was 10 foot tall, and I thought it was the cutest thing. And she was so tiny and so small that I just picked her up and I tucked her under my shirt to keep her warm, and she snuggled up, and that was that. And as soon as my mom came to pick me up, I was like, Mom, we have to take this dog home. And we did. And there she is in her little Christmas sweater. She was so tiny, and sometimes it's so funny to think how small she looked then. And I mean, she was still small when we said goodbye, but she was just so much smaller then. So small that she could sit on the desk when I was on my computer doing work for school. That was one of her favorite places to be. There she is with our dog Momo, who, if you've been following me since my DCP time, Momo is the dog that was poisoned and killed when I was at the DCP, which caused my spiral there. I don't want to get too much into that because I want this video to be about Dixie. It was kind of funny going through all of these pictures and saving them because some of them I didn't even know I had, like this one with the snow on her nose. And painting her toenails. I forgot that I did this, and it's a little sad that I'm only remembering because she's no longer with us. Dixie loved to mooch off of people. If you had any sort of food, she was at your side in an instant, and you'll see more of that later, but this one was her and Charlie coming into my room just because I was sitting on the floor and they thought that I had food. These pictures here with her in the Cowboys blanket are when my parents brought her and Charlie down for my graduation in 2019. All my friends fell in love with her. We got her a special little doggy Christmas cookie from a pet store, and she actually ate it. She was very picky about food, but she ate this one, and we were glad for that. She also loved to sleep. So many of these pictures are her just sleeping in silly, almost human-like positions. Or they're showing off her ears, like this one and like these over here, where her ears are just spread out. These pictures here are her snuggling up to me reluctantly because she was mad that I gave her a bath. She never liked bath time. She hated water, but she loved snuggling. As you can see, there's a bunch of pictures of her snuggling with me. This is when I went home during quarantine in March of 2020, and this video here is Dixie howling, waiting for my mom to come home in the morning. We didn't know she did that for a very long time, and it was just the cutest thing. More pictures of her sleeping and cuddling, and I will say, while she did love to snuggle while she was sleeping, she hated being made to snuggle, which is why she looks very disinterested with me holding her in these pictures here. She also hated being on a leash. We could get Charlie to walk on a leash, but she never liked it. These next pictures are when I came home for Christmas of 2020. More pictures of her snuggling. She's the snuggliest dog I ever had, and I loved that about her so much. And here we have circled back to her mooching off of food. It was such a mistake holding my plate in my lap while she was also in my lap because she wanted that sloppy joe so bad. And of course we didn't let her have it because it was people food. This video is her snuggling more. She really was just a snuggle bug, and I'm definitely gonna miss getting to go home and have her cuddled up with me. There's her throwing shade while we were unwrapping Christmas presents. Another video of her snuggling. And more videos or pictures of her sleeping all over the house. She was my dog, but obviously once I left for college, which was right after we got her, which I think is what has made this whole process a little bit easier, is because I've been away from her kind of longer than I've been with her. So there's a degree of separation there that has kind of already existed. So I'm not there to feel her absence, I guess. But, yep, she just snuggly dog, sleepy dog. There's that picture there with me. FaceTiming is one of the last times I got to see her before everything went bad. I'm almost positive I mentioned this on this channel before, but in early December, Dixie had a 15-minute long seizure. Our vet wouldn't see her because they were having a Christmas party, so we had to try to take her somewhere else, and by then she wasn't having the seizure anymore, and so they couldn't really do anything at the time. So it was terrifying because I wasn't there and I had no idea what was going on. And I just remember crying for days afterwards because I was terrified that, this was it. And this is where it gets hard, so I'm going to try and push through. So basically, almost every day after she had her seizure, Mom would send me pictures just of her, existing so that I knew she was okay. She was very sleepy after it happened. They put her on some medicine to try and get her back to normal. And one of the side effects was that she was very, very sleepy, and she slept pretty much all the time. Once she was on that medicine, they did end up weaning her off of it a little bit eventually. But, yeah, she was just a very sleepy girl, and it got to the point where I could just text my mom, "Dixie, please," and she would send me a picture or a video of Dixie. So that made me happy. I liked being able to see that she was doing okay. This one right here is one of my favorite pictures of her, just because the way that she is absolutely wasted while she's sleeping, just that paw sticking straight up in the air. I think it might be one of my favorite pictures of her ever. And these videos right here that I am playing and that I'm about to play were a couple of weeks before we had to put her down. She was actually eating good, which was something that she'd been struggling with even before she had her seizures. She's just been very picky about food. She lost a lot of teeth, which Chihuahuas are prone to do. So for her to eat and then also just be energetic afterwards was kind of like a breath of fresh air, and we really hoped that she was taking a turn for the better.
Dixie, what's he doing? Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. Charlie, is he messing with you, huh?
What you saying, Charlie boy?
What? What? You feeling your oats after you ate, huh? Are you feeling your oats after you ate?
And then January 28th, I woke up to a text from my mom saying that Dixie was crying and running around, and they didn't know what was wrong, so they were going to take her to the new vet that they'd been taking her to. And I kind of brushed it off a little bit, thinking, oh, the vet's going to help her. And then I got a call from my brother, and I ignored it because I was in the middle of my morning walk. And then I stopped, and I was like, I need to answer this. So I did, and he told me, we have to do it now. So I FaceTimed him, and I took more screenshots than I know what to do with. But I knew I wouldn't have any other chance. So there's screenshots. I took live photos of the FaceTime call. I like this one because it looked like she was giving me one last smile to send her off. And then my brother also had the idea to take a picture with my mom's phone of me on FaceTime with them. So it looks like I'm just there with her. I like the one because it looks like I have my head leaned against hers, and it's not the way that I wanted to be with her when we said goodbye, but it was the best I could do. And so now I have to pick up the pieces and figure out how to live in a world where she's not here. And that may take some time, and that's okay. It comes and goes. I've been doing pretty okay, but compiling this video has been a lot. It's reopened the wound a little bit, but I think I kind of needed to because I feel like I was ignoring what I was feeling, and I am a little sad because I know some of these memories are gonna pop up in Time Hub and on Facebook and stuff like that, and this picture in particular hurts because I've been doing this comparison for years now. Ever since I took that picture, I've been taking a comparison picture every year it passes. And knowing that this year I'm gonna have to take a picture of her ashes to compare is really just like taking a toll on me already. So I like to imagine she's somewhere like this now, somewhere warm and sunny and happy and calm, and she's gonna be like that forever, and she's not gonna hurt anymore. But the doctors did say that it was a brain tumor that our previous vet wouldn't diagnose my dog with, so that's a whole other thing. But yeah, she's somewhere like this now, and she's happy and peaceful, and I'll see her again one day. And I just hope wherever she is, she knows that I love her so much, and that I always will.